Scarpins Avenue.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sklar Country, the virus edition, aka the Pandy Pods,
AKA two nice guys, no big surprise.
aka COVID hair grow out, got a shabby do, trying to learn the robot like Shabba-Doo, wondering if that dad still thinks about the elephant charging his daughter at the zoo. James Scregman, that's an old one, but I love it. Scraggers, just doing his thing, guys. How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Hope you had a good weekend. Thanks to everyone who came to see the live Dumb People Town. We really appreciate it. It was such a blast. So much fun to do that for you, and we'll be looking to do more in the future, as we said, over the summer. As we're about to sort of head into the summer, it does feel like we're kind of, as we
inching our way back towards normalcy,
maybe. Well, let's see. There's still stupidity happening in the world, and we have a great story. Shall we jump in it right away?
Let's dig into it, yeah.
Remember when all the dummies chanted, build that wall, and then the dummy in chief got them all to say, we're going to get Mexico to pay for it?
None of that was true. Turns out none of that happened. A wall didn't even get finished.
A full wall for our southern border was never built, and Mexico paid for nothing.
Yeah.
It's a metaphor for Trump's presidency.
He got people to believe in the lie.
He made it true to them.
He made a lie true to them.
And he got elected because he was going to be tough on Mexico. That's what. When in reality, he could only be tough on Mexican kids by separating them from their parents. That's the only Mexico he was tough on
tough
in that
guy.
way.
Show the little kids who's a tough guy.
And guess who paid for all that? Was that Mexico? No, taxpayers.
That was us. We paid
paying
for
for you to be tough on Mexican kids. That's really great. A bunch of the wall he did manage to build, Jay, got blown over by a light breeze.
Yeah.
Blew
over. Waste of money.
Waste of money. Waste of time.
Money that went into the pockets of contractors that were buddies of his.
Friends of his.
Yeah.
And he got people to believe him. So it wasn't even about building the border wall. That's like the thing. He didn't even care that there was nothing to be found about Hunter Biden. He just wanted the president
the heat
of the Ukraine
and the attention of the moment
to announce that we're going into an investigation. He doesn't even want it to be true. Okay. It was about building a wall around the truth, which he did successfully, so no one could see it. He did do that.
Yeah.
He built that wall, and we all are paying for that. So that's what that is. Finally, we met someone with a dumber wall than his wall.
Yes.
And dumber than a useless border wall.
And it's stupid in the way that it affects him in the end as well.
Get ready for stupidity to enter a new, more epic level. Here we go. A man has reportedly retaliated against a neighbor with a cow dung wall in a small Michigan town. Shit wall.
A shit wall. He's punishing his neighbor.
And the smell only goes to his neighbor, right? This is like when our friend was on, this is no joke, Polish Airlines. This is in the late 1980s. Half the plane was smoking. The other half was
half was not smoking.
The other half was non-smoking.
Not the front and the back of the plane like you would expect.
So the smoke wafted into I don't understand why that works. And it was a shame that it was Polish Airlines. You wish that it would have been like Air Iberia.
So you can control the wind now? Is that the story, dummy?
Yeah. If you could control the wind, why wouldn't you come up with an alternative energy source to power your farm? Use the wind.
You'd be rich.
I'm guessing you can't control the wind.
So you're going to smell your own dumb shit wall every single day.
You ready for this guy's name? And it's like it couldn't be a more perfect name for a dummy. Wayne Lambarth. All of it sounds dumb. The neighbor who claims a 250-foot wall of manure was erected following a property line dispute he had with a fellow farm owner last year. Yep.
That's what people do. That's what people do now. They don't solve problems.
They just build walls of shit to try and prove their dumb point.
That's where we are in this country right now.
And it ain't getting better. I'll just say that right now. It's the reason why we continue to do this podcast, because even though things are happening to help people out, we're trying to get out of the pandemic, we're going to.
All we need to do is reach across these manure walls and make friendships.
Can't do it. You can't do it. The unusual divider separates two properties in Lodi Township, a civil township situated in the Washtenaw County, Michigan. This is near Ann Arbor. I mean, I guess you can charge people to come down and look at your shit wall. Maybe it's like the giant ball of twine, right? Can you get tourists to come in?
It's like a messier, smellier giant wall.
Stupider giant ball of twine.
And as you lay in your bed and smell that manure every night, you're like, I got him.
Yep.
I got this dude.
As your wife can't sleep because it just stinks so badly, you're like, I got him.
You just made the whole town smell like Terre Haute, Indiana.
It's right. That's exactly what it is. That's totally what it is. I'm sure the neighbor on the other side is pumped that you made that wall too, because
the neighbor you don't have a dispute with.
The farmer who built the wall, whose identity has remained anonymous, no, we should know his identity. Do you hear me? We should know it all, okay? denied the organic structure is a poop wall. And baby, I know you're going to be the one who saves me. And after all, you're my manure wall. It's a compost fence, he told Fox 2.
Oh, okay.
No, it isn't. It is a monument to your stupid rage. That's what it is.
Yes.
And your inability to accept the property line that was dictated to you by the state.
You didn't like something that was truthful, so you tried to muddy it up.
With cow dung.
Yeah. And you made your life worse.
Your family's life worse just to prove your dumb point. Does that sound familiar?
Seems like a pattern.
Did you check with anyone in your house to see if this was a good idea? Put it to a vote?
Or did you just start shoveling a shit wall into everyone's face?
That's right. That's what you did. Did you sell it to your family by saying the Mexican person who you hired to do this is actually going to pay for the wall? Mm-hmm. Is that the lie that you told people? Mm-hmm. By the way, composting is the act of adding organic material to soil to help plants grow, which can include food or yard waste. Yeah, there's no way he was doing that. That's not what
Well,
it
he's
wasn't.
not trying to grow stuff out of the wall.
Yeah, exactly.
You put the compost into the ground.
He was not using the wall in an organic way. He probably sprayed the wall with insecticide to basically keep
Help
it in
stay
place.
in place. He did something. I don't know. I don't. And again, don't come at us.
Yeah.
'Cause
No.
we don't know how to keep a wall in place.
Well, so here you go. Manure is not listed as an ideal compostable material under the EPA, but knowledgeable agricultural experts say it's an all right thing to do. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's an all right thing to do.
He did not create a manure wall to organically dispose of the waste of his farm.
In an effort to grow more food.
He made a shit
Again,
wall.
That's right. He was trying
to blow the smell
trying
into
to
his
piss
neighbor.
off his neighbor.
Let's
who,
not try to candy coat what happened.
I don't have any proof here, but I'm going to assume that the neighbor was right and this guy was wrong. That the line is where it should have been, and he was like, "No, I want this." Moreover, a compost fence tutorial on do-it-yourself dictates that built fences are meant to help keep animals out of compost with wiring or other fence materials. An organic material like manure is not a suggestible, viable option.
It's not.
So you got multiple websites basically saying that whatever
disproving your theory about
whatever
what
you're
saying
doing
you're
is wrong. Representatives at Lodi Township Hall did not immediately respond to Fox News' request for
Yeah, because
the.
they don't want to be known as the shitwall town.
That's right.
They don't want that moniker. They're
They're
looking
gonna
the
look
other
the other
way.
way.
They're burying their heads in the manure and they're looking the other way.
Let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to finish this thing up and find out what happened to Mr. Shitwall. We'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. So happy to be back here. Happy to be with you. Hope you're doing well, and hope you had a nice little break right there. Let's jump back into the story. When we left, there was a guy who built a manure wall, and
to try and punish his neighbor, but then ultimately punished himself.
Okay, so this is what happened. Okay, and basically the township didn't want anything to do with it. Fox 2 reports that officials from the area have said nothing can be done since the wall sits on private property. Nothing can be done legally, but we can release a bunch of flies, can't we, Jay?
See what happens there.
Maybe see what happens. Hey, man, we're just letting the ecosystem work
You
itself
wanted
out.
this manure wall. It's a composting wall, right?
We're now giving every fly in Lodi Township a place to feed for the next decade.
And to lay their eggs.
Hope you never want to eat outside like ever again, because the second you bring out the potato salad,
You're going to get swarmed.
the manure though looks tight, bro.
Good wall, bro.
Again, this is a guy who thought he was doing something, and literally after you do 10 feet of this manure wall, you know that it's a bad idea. But what does he do? He keeps digging. He keeps shoveling. He keeps making the wall
Keeps
250
constructing
feet.
250 feet.
Even though you know
So he
it's
had
not
to
good.
sit there with the manure close to him for days. Who's he punishing?
He smells like manure, unless you love the smell of manure. And maybe he's that guy. Maybe he's the guy who, and again, it's such a metaphor for what the Republican Party is doing right now, that like, you're just going to keep shoveling manure in it, keep shoveling it out there, and then just see if
Say it's great.
Say it's great.
We're going to take a
But
piece of
it smell-
shit and say that it's great.
But it smells terrible. Doesn't matter.
No,
Doesn't matter.
That's how you perceive it.
That's right.
That's how fake news wants to say that.
That's
it
right.
smells
Don't let the
terrible.
lamestream media call your manure wall anything but what it is, which is glorious. You idiot. All right, that's the show, guys. I know
you
it's a
go.
quickie, but we
Quickie.
love you guys. Stay connected, stay protected, don't get infected. This is not a hoax.
But we got the jokes.
See you guys tomorrow.
La-ti-da, la-ti-da-ti-da-ti-da, la-ti-da.